franchise Shane Douglas, ECW's original World Heavyweight Champion. Right now, you're watching the #1 wrestling podcast on all of Long Island, Monte and the Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh. Monte and the Pharaoh.
The Monte and Pharaoh Show.
You're watching the Monte and Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh.
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 Monte and Pharaoh.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
And Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, is it Monte and the Pharaoh?
Monte and Pharaoh.
The Monte and the Pharaoh Show.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
To the Monte and the Pharaoh show. And it's Monte and the Pharaoh, baby.
Monte and the Pharaoh.
With Monte and the Pharaoh. Monte and the Pharaoh. Oh, what a rush.
We've got the future Hall of Famer, that rocker, Marty Jannetty, MJ in the house, and I'm sitting here with two more future Hall of Famers, Monte and the Pharaoh. We're doing that stuff and we gonna rock it.
Not just dreaming it, we're doing it for it. Straight to the top. Working hard every day just to leave out that tower.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte and the Pharaoh, seen only here out of Rockstar Studios, live from Village Connection Radio here in Huntington, New York. Every Thursday, 8:05 to 9 p.m. And if you don't get enough of that, you can see us every Tuesday from 8:30 till 9 p.m. on Channel 115. And if you're a Saturday morning cartoon nerd, give it up, because we're also available to be watched at 6 a.m. to 6:30. Getting enough of yourself, pal?
No, I want more.
Oh, there you go. At the board is the owner of this illustrious station, Mr. Jim Savali. Jim, how are you?
I'm good, man.
And on the couch is the station manager and super producer, Stephen Miller. How are you?
Hey, fellows. What up?
And to the right is the star of Monte and the Pharaoh, from parts unknown, Jimmy Pharaoh.
Happy Tuesday. Thank you.
First, little station news. I want to say I'm so glad to see Miller and the Rockstar making the return to Village Connection Radio.
Wait, did you happen to notice anything about that show?
There was not one curse.
Not one.
Well done.
And I tried to spell sex.
You did
I
great.
thought it might be a curse.
How'd you do?
S-E-X.
Yeah, you spelled it correctly.
Aced it. So the
Nice.
state.
And then Steve said it.
Nice. That's
Well,
okay.
the word
No, you can
sex.
say,
It's
that
not a-
word.
it's
No
Yeah, you
more.
can get away with
It's not a
sex.
curse.
You can
No
get
more.
away with
No
sex.
dubbing. No,
Right.
it's
No,
fine.
but I was glad to see you guys back on. I mean, I heard you mention Monte and the Pharaoh being the staple of Village Connection,
it.
but
That
I
is
have
true.
to
Thank
disagree.
you. What?
Because Miller and the
Doused
Rockstar,
already.
Miller and the Rockstar was one of the great shows. Hey, someone's knocking at the door. Who is it?
We're not live.
This feels like a Mr. Rogers episode. Who's here?
I don't know.
Hey, go on.
Anyway, I digress. So I want to open up with.
Hello?
You guys aware of a singer by the name of Billie Eilish?
Who?
Yes.
What?
Yes, because I have kids.
Okay,
that? Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts
Not-
on Billie?
Not a fan.
Really?
Not a big fan. I got to be honest. No, I was not.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something that didn't click with me. Just did not click. And I don't know, because some of the music, like Lizzo, a couple of things I actually dig.
Right.
But
Can I ask what kind of music this is?
What would you consider
I
her
don't
music?
even know what this is.
So anyway, this is a young girl who
Okay.
was
Yes.
discovered
Is it pop? Is it hip hop?
It's not. You think it's pop? Really?
Yeah.
Pop along,
It's very
pop along what lines though? Like pop along like
Edgy pop.
Cyndi Lauper pop?
a little edgy, right?
Joan Jett pop? What do you mean Joan Jett got into
You know,
rock pop?
Miller, I'm not so sure I could call it pop. It's very artistic.
Really?
Yeah, no,
It's different. It's different. It's
What,
not.
like Kate Bush? That's artistic.
it's a good
That's
point.
like artsy fartsy
that is
stuff.
a good.
It is a good
analogy,
comparison. Yeah,
Oh,
I would say
wow. Really?
Kate Bush is.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard that, Savali. Billie Eilish. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Are you
Billie Eilish.
Are you aware of her at all?
I don't believe so.
All right, well, check her out.
don't
Look,
feel bad. I'm not
gotta
either.
tell you, I listened to her on Stern, and I said, let me listen to her music. It's pretty good.
She was
Yeah,
on
you
Stern.
like it?
Nice
How
gig. Nice
How
gig.
many hours a day do you spend listening to broadcast and podcasts?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you. Quite a bit.
Well, I was.
Well, wait a minute. Your day is insanely long.
I have a very long day, so
Yeah.
when I'm in my office, I got a lot of paperwork or a lot of computer work
Yeah,
to do.
Sure.
So I listen to Sirius XM. I don't really listen to Stern much. Mostly listen to music.
Okay.
I'm never in my car, as
Right.
you know.
Right.
But
Although I do know
But I
when
will-
you are in your car.
I
Yo,
will-
what's up, bro?
but
And I know when you're out of your car. Click goodbye. I've never seen somebody get off the phone the way you do. It's just like, all right, conversation over. You served my purpose. I'm home.
it's a little
I'm
better.
like, what?
It's better than Savali. Savali won't even pick up the
That's
phone.
true. I can't get through to you.
I'm the worst,
I got through
though,
to
dude.
Trump faster than
Dude,
I
but
got
you
through to
Miller picks up, dude.
No, I
Only
pay,
for you.
dude.
I guess that might be
Miller,
it.
I
Dude,
don't
I
even
called
have-
him. I called
never
him one
talked to
day,
Miller on the phone.
and he answered. He's like, "What's wrong, man?" And I'm like, "No, everything's cool. I just wanted to call you up."
Why are you calling?
Well, dude, what's wrong? No, I'm
That's
terrible
funny.
on the phone.
But I will
All right,
tell you.
so what's the deal with the
Well,
chick?
hold on. At 4 in the morning, when I'm on my way into work, though, I
Yeah.
do listen to a lot of podcasts.
Okay.
Like I like just to see who's around, what they're doing, are they any good? Because
Right.
everybody's a rock star and a radio
Well,
star.
I
so
appreciate that you're out there taking notes while Pharaoh is.
I'm always taking notes. But anyway,
Go
if
on.
anyone wants to listen to some new type of music, it is kind of poppy, but
It's
it is kind of
interesting.
artsy.
It is interesting.
I would recommend it. I want to wish our own Village Connection host, Pam Roth from the Pam Roth Show, a happy engagement.
Wait, that's a secret, bro.
Is it
No,
really?
wasn't.
What's not? She
It was
posted
on
it on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Well, only for her friends.
Yeah, all 5,000 of them. Yeah,
Was it really?
I'm sorry, Pam. I'm sorry, Pam.
5,000?
I didn't
yeah. They only
mean
have
to do
5,000 followers.
How did you know that she was engaged?
I saw it on Facebook.
What did you see on Facebook?
She had the engagement ring and her with the fiance.
Thank you.
And it's like,
Thank you very much.
When
All
someone
right. That
wants
doesn't
a
sound
diamond
very
ring
signature,
and then a
Jimbo.
picture of the guy's arm around her, it's like it's a pretty big giveaway.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I
congratulations.
mean, I'm not a super sleuth, but I
Right.
figured that one out.
What do you mean a super
super slow.
I figured that one out though.
All right, so before we get on with the show, what did you guys? How was your holiday? How was your New Year's? Anybody got some good New Year's stories to
Not
tell?
really, very chill.
Pharaoh, what did you do, bro?
Sold a lot of liquor.
Oh, so you were doing the work
Well,
thing.
I work with the liquor distribution deal, so that was just insane. This
A
whole
lot of
week
people
was
drinking
insane.
on New Year's.
Yeah, back up a forklift for the cash. It's just insane.
I tell you what,
So
Pharaoh
loud.
does have the best job around because
Yeah, well, I get to work with
Do they send them
booze.
home with booze?
well, it's not that, dude. When anyone goes in that anybody that goes into that place
here we
doesn't
go.
go in angry, right? Because they're going to go get their drink.
Usually
on.
a guy
you're not
that-
going to get an angry customer.
It's a hell of a lot better than working in a fast food situation.
Or a bar.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
after a while, then you got to deal with the repercussions of what you've been selling them.
So you just got to sell
I
it.
have a
You
better
don't got
time
to
just saying goodbye. Have
What,
a
you
nice
think when
night.
someone goes to a fast
They're
food
cool
place, they go in there
people,
angry?
Some people
In
do.
general.
Like they expect restaurant service where it's like you're in
From
McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Bro. Oh no, you'd be surprised. I didn't get pickles on my burger.
even-
Okay, Dick.
I've even
Get
had
out.
I've even had a few,
And isn't that Burger King will do it your way or something? Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce.
Special
Who's
orders don't
Who's
upset
that?
us.
Bro, you're showing your age right
Burger
now.
King, yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
think
so
that's
But
been
that was
around.
like in the 70s. Their
Yeah,
new
hold the
slogan should
pickles,
be-
hold the lettuce.
What's next? The trading cards with Thurman Munson and Reggie? Because
Oh,
Burger King had the
oh
Oh
trading
my
cards.
God,
That's
this is
how old I am.
this is
Wow.
bad.
Yeah, they had the trading cards.
This is
then.
bad.
That was yeah. Oh,
I was a
sure.
Met fan.
The
They
Burger
didn't do
King.
Mets
Yeah,
back then.
they did.
Do you have got-
They
your-
weren't doing the Mets in '78.
At your
Burger King.
liquor place, do you have like little stamps? Like if they buy like 8 bottles of wine, they get the 9th one free or anything like that?
No, but every week there's coupons. And,
Really?
yeah. The town is a pretty close-knit town that I live in, and every week, of course, there's a weekly paper, and everybody comes in. It's the same. It's almost like Cheers.
Yeah.
You see the same, and there's a lot of people. I'm actually impressed at the level of lushness in the world. I'm like, wow! No, but but these people are pros, man. They're pros.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to be lushy.
And they're responsible people. I can see that. They all have families. They got good jobs and stuff. But hey, man, they can pound. You know, kind of jealous.
All right. Well,
Working on my
before we
tolerance.
get into it, the four of us, I wanted to talk about the events coming up, Pharaoh, which are presented by one of our sponsors, SeatsLink.
Oh.
You know anything about SeatsLink there,
Well,
Pharaoh?
I know that whenever you want to go to a real, special event, whether it's, a concert or sporting event or just anything involving entertainment, you want to go over to SeatsLink.
Do you think Charles will be selling tickets to Pam's wedding?
Oh, that'd be kind of a good idea.
It's festival seating.
It's not a.
I'm actually
festival. I'm glad you're here, Miller.
It's
Festival seating.
General
festival
admission.
seating.
Wow, general
Dude,
admission.
the fact that you actually asked that almost got me speechless. It's hard to make me speechless. I was like, what?
How many people do you think you're going to go?
Where is this? Where's this taking place? Like the Comac
Right
Arena?
here in our
Oh,
own
that's
Village
gone.
Connection Radio.
It
We're
is
gonna-
not.
Jim. We were thinking
Jim
about
is-
actually
is
having
it?
a wedding, and Jim will be the priest.
Wait a minute.
Reverend Jim?
You'll be the rabbi.
Hold on a
Oi.
second.
Oi. Rabbi
He'll
Miller.
Be the rabbi?
Oh, you sure you want to get married? Ugh.
I love how I
What do
get
you need this-
bypassed.
what do you need
is
this
hilarious.
Schmilkes
He'll be
for?
the rabbi. Oy.
All right, guys, weigh in on the events coming up on January 11th, which is probably just a week away. We've got the ECW reunion, man. All right, where only the top stars come in. Can you name those 3 ECW stars, Jimmy Pharaoh?
No, I refuse. But
Come
I know
on.
one of them is Sandman, and that's the thing that's got me really going.
So you just think it's
And then
Sandman.
I'm thinking like Sandman, but I also know we have the awesome. No, that's not right. The sensational. No, that's not right either. We have just incredible.
Right.
Okay, and then we've got the third wheel, which of course is one of our favorite personal wheel.
Now, wait a minute. See how spoiled Pharaoh's getting? Remember Miller when Shane Douglas first came in about a year
franchise.
ago? He was the franchise. Now he's the
third wheel.
third wheel.
And we got Shane Douglas bringing the
that
pizza.
was poorly worded. I'll give you that. That's not what I meant.
And then we
Fucking
got
Shane
Shane Douglas parking the cars.
The third ingredient in the trifecta that day, our own personal favorite. God, you got to attack me. I'm going to wait for the next time you do, and you do plenty. I'm going to wait. Oh, I'm going to get you anyway. Shane Douglas. That's right. Shane freaking Douglas, the franchise.
And then Jim, what do we got next? The Saturday show with Greg Gagne.
Oh, wait. What do we got
Holy
next?
Mike's
That's
personal
me?
favorite.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake?
Oh, is Jake the Snake up next?
Was he
Jake
up
the
next?
Snake is in studio March 6th, which is a
Yep.
Friday. Now, Jake the Snake's a big name
And
for you
he's not,
wrestling
gonna,
fans
he's
out
not
there.
coming.
You're not coming, bro?
I'll be there.
He's
for
going to
sure.
bring his
Bro,
snake.
Oh no, I'll say hello, but I'm not going
See,
near the
I
snake.
told you.
Yeah, come on.
I
Find
ran out of the
on
freak.
air.
I ran out of the studio when Jungle
He's
Jim
a-
brought a ferret in.
Well, will you come?
Right. If he brings you the boa, where are you
going
going to
Put
be?
the snake in the other room?
No.
No,
Big
I'll,
Samoa.
listen. I'll
It's a
sit
boa.
here for the snake if.
Can he bite you like he
Yo,
bit
it's
Macho
Jake
Man?
the Snake. You
got-
can't
I
let
bail.
that go.
I can't
Yeah.
bail on
Nah,
Jake
you
the
can't
Snake.
bail.
Jim's just becoming a wrestling fan, but even Jim is
Jake
aware.
the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake's no
Jim's a
joke,
closet
bro.
And then what do we
fan.
have
He
after that?
Saturday edition?
It's a Saturday
That's,
edition.
black and white,
The black and white one. We've got AWA superstar Greg Gagne and
That guy should have
Jim
been world
Brunzell
champion.
and the Killer Bees.
Killer
and,
Bees?
And you know what?
Bees.
I've got audio set up from 2 shows with the Pharaoh talking about Greg
I'm gonna
Gagne
kill you.
and making fun of his tennis legs.
Well, are you going to play?
Oh yes.
Why would you do that?
Great, bro.
When there's been other opportunities where we've had guests and you've previously wished their children dead.
Dude,
What their children? I never
Oh,
said that.
yes, you did!
Who?
And I remember, because we had Cowboy Bob Orton on, and you for weeks, Randy Orton should die. Randy Orton should light himself on fire. Randy Orton should retire dead. Randy Orton, and what did I do anything?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. But now that Greg Gagne has tennis legs, now we're going to have, Greg Gagne has tennis legs.
I
You
apologize.
are an opportunist
I'm sorry.
and evil.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I won't do it. I won't do it. I
you
apologize.
already said you're
well,
going to
it's
do
not.
it.
It's not like you call an animal Hawk.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dude.
That guy
was
wanted
bad.
to choke me out.
He wanted
bro.
to.
That was just clumsy. This is calculated.
This is calculated.
Yeah, there's a big difference. That was just
And then we have an exclusive, never before ever in the history of broadcasting. The Soul Patrol will be live here at Village Connection
massive.
Radio.
That
Tony
is
Atlas,
massive.
Rocky Johnson, the first African American
Yes.
tag team champions, the guys who opened the gateway for all the superstars that you've seen within this building, like Butch Reed, right?
Yep. Wow.
And Coco Beware.
Yep. New Jack.
And, and then some of the more present superstars like Mark Henry and Ron Simmons.
Yep.
So, and not to mention that Tony...
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Sorry. One thing is that Rocky and Tony don't get along.
What?
I ain't getting in the middle of them, man. Those two freaking monsters. I'm not getting in the middle of those two.
And then if we're going to close it out, you and I will be with Village Connection over at the big event in New York.
How do we know I'll be at any events after Greg Gagne beats me up with his tennis
Dude,
wedge?
you really think Greg Gagne could take you?
He's going to be kicking me with his tennis
You're
wedge.
not scared.
Okay.
Dude, you're the guy who took down Marty Jannetty.
Yeah,
you took down Marty Jannetty. You're afraid of Greg Gagne?
Now all you're doing is getting Marty angry. That's all you're doing.
You beat the living
Marty,
piss
what's
out
up,
of
bro?
Jannetti. You fucking
Stop
killed
it.
him.
Yeah, he schooled him.
He was crying.
He schooled him.
He was
And now
not.
you're scared of Gagne?
No,
Dude.
I'm not scared of anybody.
Dude,
What
Marty
do you mean?
Jannetty became Martha Jannetty after you took
Dude,
him
you guys
down,
gotta
bro.
stop. That's not
Dude, Pharaoh
right.
said to me, he goes, did you see the way I whooped one half of the Rockers? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I whooped one half of the Rockers.
What did he just say?
Nothing.
I never said anything of the...
All right, before we hit some wrestling, let's...
pushing my buttons.
Wait, we
Go
got
on.
one more event.
What do we got?
Look at him.
We had
He's all over this.
Tony Atlas.
We had the big event.
Rocky Johnson.
We did the big
and
event.
then the other thing.
The big event.
Sunny Days.
Oh, that's a big event.
Sunny Days.
That's the big event.
Sunny
Yep.
Beach.
Sunny Beach.
Sunny Beach.
Sunny
And you think I know all this?
Sunny
Dude, you
Chair.
are.
I'm getting good with some of it.
You are getting good with
I'm
it.
getting good
Yeah,
with some of it.
that is true.
All right, I want to thank the two bands that actually their songs are on our show. Aqua Cherry, Straight Up. One columnist wrote about Aqua Cherry. Aqua Cherry is an intelligent, edgy, and fresh. A little like an early Elvis Costello and David Byrne in a band backed up by magnetic fields.
Wow.
That's pretty good, right? Did you write this, Mel?
I did not.
Interesting analogy.
Familiar sounding, yet in regard as a truly contemporary original music like early Elvis Costello.
Wow. That's pretty heavy, man.
That is pretty heavy, right? If you want to get Aqua Cherry's music, you can catch them on Spotify, Apple Tunes, or wherever music is sold. You could get such hit songs as The Summer Love, Yes, Yes, and Forever. And, of course, the Monte and the Pharaoh theme song, Straight to the Top.
That's still the best. I've listened to all these tunes and I dig them all. But
Hey,
that's
listen,
still
though, if
that's still my
you
favorite.
really want to see Aqua Cherry, and, Jim, you might get mad at me about this, but they will be at January 17th at Katie's in Smithtown.
Now, why would I get mad at that?
What?
I don't know. I don't know if you like Katie's. Do you like
What's
Katie's?
wrong with Katie?
I like
Katie's
Katie's.
has got a ghost
Cool.
and everything. What's
So
the
you
problem?
could they got a ghost in it?
Yeah,
Dude, you
man.
don't know about Katie's? Katie's is totally haunted. Going back 100
So anyway,
years.
support Aqua Cherry. I mean, that's a band on the rise, and there's another band on the rise by the name of Wisteria Hall with our own Jimmy Farrow and Bart Griggs. This is a classic rock band. It contains 10 original tracks that influenced by the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, the Who, the Byrds, and of course the late Tom Petty.
That's who they remind me of.
That's all
Tom Petty and the Hot
They
Tubs.
do.
They really do.
Wisteria Hall album Indivisible. You can find both the band on Apple Tunes, Spotify, and Reverb Nation. So both bands you could find. Please support them. They're both awesome. And, I've got them on my iPod. So if it's iPod worthy, it should be iPod worthy for you.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's get to some wrestling.
Let's do it.
Okay. Lars Sullivan, Pickle Smuggler. Now, all the wrestling podcasts out there, broadcasts, were afraid to touch this, but Monte and the Pharaoh are not. Pickle Smuggler.
That's what I wrote.
That's what you wrote.
That's
Pickle
what he
Smuggler.
is.
So, weigh in, Pickle
Now,
Smuggler.
weigh in on what? You're the one who broke it to me. I didn't see it because I'm not even on
All
the
right, so if
internet
anyone that may
anymore.
not know, you
What
may not
happened?
know, Jim may
tell
not know,
everybody.
the
What
Pharaoh
was-
may not know.
Right.
According to 411 Mania, Sullivan starred in a male hardcore pornographic film at some point before he debuted to the WWE. Sullivan is credited in the film as Mitch Bennett. And his tattoo on his shoulder, where you could clearly know that it is Lars Sullivan because his real name is Dylan Miley, and he has a DM on his now larger shoulder. So, thoughts on that, guys? Is it okay?
Well,
Is it really a big deal at this point?
What kind of porn was it?
Hardcore gay.
All male porn.
Gay porn.
Good gay porn.
Yeah, no, that's not acceptable.
Is that acceptable to be on the same stage as another naked male person? In my eyes.
Pharaoh? Jim calling it like it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to be politically correct?
No.
We're speaking about me here.
I'm mortified.
Mortified?
I'm mortified.
Woo!
I'm mortified. To me, look, I get it. It's a free world. People do what they're going to do. It's not illegal to film what you're going to film. Hell, people have sent me shit in the past. I'm sure we've all seen this pop up on the phone. There's a chick with a horse. It's like, what the fuck?
What?
What am I looking at? You know what I mean?
Wait, who just sent you that? I'm
You
like,
never
good,
had a
mud
chick
on.
with the horse?
Nope.
I mean, back in the 90s, some dude sent that to me before the internet was even what it is today. I'm like, what is this? Holy Mr. Ed.
I don't
What
want
the
to.
hell's
I don't want
going
to
on
meet
here?
Pharaoh's friends.
Anyway, well, by the way, I don't know him any longer. I don't
There
think
you
anybody
go.
does. But bottom line is that no thanks, not for me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it.
Do you think they should end-
Besides, he showed this. Oh, my
All right, so
God,
Miller,
he's
I'm going to
like,
ask you this.
"La-la-la-la-la."
Knowing what you know now,
What?
should
Yes.
the WWE cease and desist with Lars Sullivan?
Well, would they see? Here's what I would say.
They're not consistent.
No,
in
no.
that area.
Here's.
well, let
what
me add
what
on
I
one
would
more
say.
thing. Let me pile on before you answer.
Yes, go ahead.
People like
Lars
China,
Sullivan
but they let
also
Paige get away with
Lars
it.
Sullivan was also chastised for making anti-homophobic Twitter.
Yeah, so
tweets.
what's the story then?
So
It's overcompensation.
You think he was trying to
No,
cover
it's
up-
overcompensation.
It is overcompensation.
He's got like,
Cover up for that.
gay people, and then it's like, hey, cowboy.
It's like I don't like gay people.
Well, I would say it would. To
Hey,
me, it would
it's not
be
even
like
about that
if,
to me. It's
if you
like-
have a female wrestler who's been
Keep that away
involved
from
in
me.
porn,
Right.
if you let her wrestle, you got to let him wrestle. You got no choice because you're going to get sued. It's would actually be discrimination. I mean, me personally, it's distasteful, but you know.
Do you think this is all unfolding?
nothing
Remember when he
illegal
made his
about-
debut? You remember when he? So he was in NXT. Then he gets to the main roster,
And then he had a
and all of a
phobia.
sudden he has like a
He had a
phobia.
phobia. He had a
Maybe the
phobia.
phobia was, I hope no one sees this gay video.
Well, I agree. I think there became a time when
really-
he's like, "This is out there, and someone's going to
Wow,
find it."
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm
So-
scared.
I'm scared. Right,
Yeah.
right. Like this is out there.
And you know what?
gonna
Listen,
find it.
Jim. You know you're struggling for money,
Right.
and someone
What a
offers you
mess.
to do some gay porn.
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, look, I understand,
No.
but you could understand that someone could be struggling enough to do
Yeah,
gay porn.
No.
no.
If that's how they just naturally want to be with their bodies, then fine, whatever. That's your deal.
So you're struggling, and you
But
want to.
no, I'm struggling. I'm a straight male who likes
All right,
chicks
how
my
about
whole
you're
life.
struggling-
I think I need an
How about
extra
you're
50.
struggling? And
No.
How about you're struggling, and they want you to do regular porn?
How bad am I struggling?
You have no money.
Regular porn?
Yeah.
I'm in.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. So if the guy,
So it's preference then. What
if the guy likes what he likes,
That's what I said. I just said I don't want to see it. That's all. I'm mortified. It's my own personal mortification.
is mortification a word?
It is.
Wow.
We
All
don't
right.
swim in your toilet. Don't pee in our pool. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to know about
I
it.
don't
That's
get
cool.
that
whatever.
analogy, but
you know,
that's all right.
I'm sure it hurt. Whatever you two did. Ow.
I'm sure it
And,
hurt.
whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
I'm sure it hurt.
Yeah, because it's the Greek salad stuff. That's got to be painful. Holy proctologist, Batman.
He just put me off my souvlaki.
You had souvlaki?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, you're
All
in
right.
trouble.
Well, let's get off Lars,
Yeah,
Oh
please.
no! Let's not get off.
and let's go.
man.
Let's go to what I consider, and I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but
You? No,
the
not you.
Lana Lashley wedding, which I found to be awesome. And as you know, they end up they bring back Liv Morgan.
No,
And-
they did better than that.
Go ahead.
Stop this wedding! You have to stop this wedding. I'm Lana's first husband.
All right, yeah, right.
And then boom, and then stop this wedding because I'm Rusev's first wife. I'm like, what the fuck? God, they're really going to take us through this whole thing? They're really going to go this far with this wedding? The first wife of Jax, the
so
first husband
this
of
is
Jax,
where you have-
they both get beat up. I was like, what is
So
going on?
week after week, I keep telling you to
this
start
was-
blaming Paul Heyman. So he tries the
You
Liv
think
Morgan
that was
angle.
what we watched?
But he tries to Liv
That
Morgan.
little
Wait a
morsel
minute.
that was tucked in by Paul around Vince McMahon's
But he
giant.
tries to Liv Morgan. I'm a
What?
lesbian. I'm a lesbian,
how
which used to
bad.
have great shock value back in the
has
90s.
nothing
And now, now it has no value.
Zero.
How could you do this?
But what ensued,
Everybody's like, oh, you must be talking to
more
Lashley?
importantly, was the cat fight.
Awesome.
The cat fight
Really?
Come on, Pharaoh, weigh in.
This really.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
This was absolute needles through the eyeballs. This was just needles through the eyeballs and tree limbs through the earlobes, crushing the skull. This was horrible for me. I was like, this is absolute.
Doesn't look that bad to me.
It was absolute garbage. I just hated every second of it. It wasn't like, what did I tell you about the wedding? We did speak about this, about the weddings that I did appreciate.
Okay, go ahead.
I loved when Macho and that night. That was awesome. What an awesome story that was. Macho Man and Elizabeth was great. Was there any other ones that I mentioned? Was there anything else?
Yeah, the Uncle Elmer wedding.
I hated that. No, I did not say that was great. I said that was shit. What are you talking?
Did you catch the wedding?
I thought it was funny.
Wait a minute.
What?
I got to be honest. I thought it was freaking funny.
Of course.
Thank you.
Loved it.
Thank
I
you.
thought it was
Of course.
funny.
Look,
See,
listen,
all the wrestling
Can I say this
Go
much?
ahead.
On a stupid, funny level,
It was hilarious.
it was hilarious. That's usually what I like.
That's what wrestling was
But
made of.
here's the
It's entertaining.
problem. Here's the problem. This build-up and everything was nothing like. Look, this was torture for weeks. So then you just come out and give us the grand final giant steaming pile of torturous shit.
It's not over yet, bro.
I know it's not over yet. It should be.
It was
though.
funny.
Listen,
Don't you
all the
wanna see
wrestling
Lashley
experts,
and
all the
Lesnar
wrestling
kill each
experts
other?
are
I want
like,
something
this is
serious.
the worst thing ever.
It
No,
was.
it was not.
Yes,
it was
it was.
entertaining.
It was good for ratings, though.
You
I
just
thought
saw
it
it.
was
What'd you
funny.
think?
I thought it was kind of entertaining.
Right, the cat fight. Okay, fine.
I thought it was really
There's better
funny.
cat fights on the
Anytime you show
WWE Network
girls
with
beating each other
ECW.
up, It's entertaining.
It's
And when they fight like
jeez.
cats.
I got a bigger
They
question
fight
about
like
Lana.
cats.
Good.
Is just a quick question because I watch it for years. What happened to her Russian accent? It's gone.
It's gone.
She's all of a sudden.
and
It's
learning
his
it
total
perfectly.
divas.
Wait,
It's gone.
Wait,
Yeah.
and in typical WWE fashion, in script, no explanation. None.
No,
You
that
get
but
none.
the cat fight was awesome.
Right.
Well, eventually your accent wears off, right?
Not immediately.
On a humor.
Good point,
I mean,
Jim.
eventually.
Look at Jim.
Unless you want to be cool and just keep it.
And keep
Like,
it.
if was a cool
And you really don't
accent.
want to
By the
keep a
way-
Russian accent,
Wait a
right?
second, Wait a
I am
second, though.
Rusev's wife.
She was never more successful in this company and never had more of a reaction from the crowd than when she had the Russian accent and Rusev was a shit kicker.
Well,
That's back when the
I'm going to
Russians
tell
used to
you.
be crazy, you know.
I'm going
They've
to.
ruined Rusev also, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm going to tell you right now that.
This was torture. Whatever.
This is the best thing going for sure.
Oh, it was
Yes.
torture. By the way, though, get it in fast, though. It did increase the ratings. The ratings were good for the
That's
wedding.
all that matters.
That's the ratings were.
All right, so
Whatever.
2019's gone. 2020 is here. We want to take a quick break. We're going to play a tribute video to all the wrestlers that have passed, and our prayers.
This life is tearing me apart. This life is tearing me apart. Remember when I was with you? Love was all we really knew. I saw the beauty in this world all around me. get that far. After all we've been through. Falling down the way it used to be in the beginning. Falling down, no matter how many times you are forgiven. Falling down. This life is tearing me apart. This life is tearing me apart. This life, this life,
All right, well, we're back.
Hey, can I just say that?
Yeah, go ahead.
You did a great job with that video, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
That was awesome.
How do you feel about all these wrestlers passing?
That's a lot of. That's a lot, man. And we met a lot of them. You know, Mean Gene, ouch. Harley Race, ouch. Dynamite Kid, ouch. You know, a lot of them. A lot of huge names, man.
Do you think you take it? Do you think
King Kong Bundy, ow.
That one hurts.
Yeah, you were at the. Weren't you at the WrestleMania too?
You think it's easier though, like when they're older, like Harley Race?
Some of them weren't though. Like King Kong Bundy wasn't necessary. Wasn't he in his 60s? Some of them didn't.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't get very far. Dynamite Kid wasn't. He was a young guy.
I gotta tell you, well,
You know.
the Ashley Massaro thing is the one that bothers me the most. I mean, there's
also from our town,
there's
our area.
there's a woman that had everything to live for. I mean, she was beautiful, intelligent. I mean, it's just you just don't know what's brewing in people.
Always heard nice things about it too from people we know from our town.
Yeah,
yeah, not good. At least we had them though. Awesome careers, lots of them. You know, King Kong Bundy, like you said, your first WrestleMania. Who's main eventing that one? He was
Kip Stevens.
What is with the? Okay, are we
We're
cool
done.
now?
We're good.
Cool now.
Yeah.
Kip, please tell me about this jobber you fell in love with.
So
I don't know what's going on here. I didn't see them like an idiot. I watched the Hulu version, the shortened one, because I had to squeeze in all this
So
wrestling.
the WWE.
So I didn't see this jobber against Eric Rowan.
Have those squash matches, right? That they always throw in there, right.
Lately, there's some.
So anyway, they had this guy Kip Stevens in there, and he had his outfit
He's
on.
gonna kick your
He had
ass.
Kip
Here he
on his
comes.
boots.
Kip.
He had Kip on his shorts, and the dude got his ass whooped. But it was not quick. He got
Not
whooped.
quick.
Like they actually did like. Rowan's like pinned him and then pulled him up by the hair.
Oh, I love that.
And then beat the crap out of him some more.
Okay.
When I was a kid, when superstar Billy Graham used to do that to like Frank Williams, I'd be like, "This is awesome!" Like he's torturing him. This is great.
Yeah,
All right,
I
right.
love
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I miss.
Well,
I miss the
can't-
jobbers.
I have to see Kip Stevens before I make my call here, Mike. Sorry.
Well-
But, you say you love him because he has Kip.
Well, the funny
written all
funny
over
thing
it.
about
That's
it,
it. What else is charming about
we're
this
about
guy?
to do our PWI
Oh,
in respect to PWI.
In respect to PWI, not
and
our
Kip
PW.
Stevens may be the wrestler of the year, according to me.
You're out of your flipping mind.
All right, Pharaoh, Jim, and Steve, let's weigh in if you want. Wrestler of the year. Your choice, Steven?
By the way, we should have had, I don't know how this didn't happen, we should have had trumpets. This is the first ever Monte and the Pharaoh annual year-end pro wrestling awards. We should be having, where's the trumpet? Where's like,
I'll do it for you right now. Dun, 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 ching.
What a fucking lip noodle. Yeah.
All right, Miller, Wrestler of the Year. Who in your mind should be Wrestler of the Year?
Seth Rollins.
Why?
Because he's a good worker. He's headlining all over the place, and he's now, it looks like, turned heel again.
Again.
So I like that. I like people. I like the heels. That's my thing.
Savali, who you go with?
I'm going to say
Andre the Giant?
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Look at you.
Nice.
That's the most really hard to argue with that kind of guy.
Pharaoh.
Oh, I thought we were gonna save me for last.
We will then. I'm going to agree
Pharaoh's
with you then,
card is
Savali.
subject to
I'm going to go
change.
with Brock Lesnar.
Nice.
The reason I go with Lesnar
Interesting.
is when you think about main events like boxing matches or MMA fights.
Yes.
When it comes to wrestling, who's the guy that's always in the match that people are sitting there to watch?
He's the measuring
stick.
Okay.
And even though people say he's part-time, whatever, he's the guy that draws the cash. And to quote my wife, she was watching wrestling, which she cannot stand.
My wife.
She said, Brock Lesnar is really scary.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Pharaoh?
All right. Well, Pharaoh's card is subject to change because I've had some more time to think about some of our stuff.
Okay. Notice I left your answers blank, mostly.
Right. I'm gonna do this from two different angles. Impact over the calendar year, not your reputation, which, by the way, I totally agree. Brock Lesnar is the measuring stick.
Okay.
I agree with both Mike and Jim here as far as that goes. He's the measuring stick at the end of the day. Two things in the curriculum for Pharaoh this year for Wrestler of the Year. Did they make an impact in this business of some sort of significant level as they built their Wrestler of the Year resume? And number two, what did they do on the back of their baseball card during the calendar year? This is a tie to me in importance between two guys. And I don't want to give it to one or the other. I have to give it to both. And this is very rough.
Whoa.
I'm going to give it to Seth Rollins because at the back of his
Wow.
I'll tell you why.
What's
on
up
the
with
back
that,
of his,
bro?
I'll tell you what's up with that. On the back of his baseball card this year, not only has he been the face for Monday Night Raw and basically the main guy that he's the chosen one. You've called him this before yourself. Okay,
But this is like a surprise
Well,
attack.
let me
Was
fin-
not
no, it's not
expecting
an
this.
attack. It's that I had more time. Listen, we talked about this 2 days ago. You always want me to process,
All right.
so I was processing.
Put my hat on for this.
This you should.
Did you expect this response to take this long?
No.
Well, this is important, though. This is the Wrestler of the Year, though. This is important. You know,
For the next year's show,
Dude.
when you're doing this,
Yeah.
which is going to be like the Oscars, we're going to play the background
Yes,
music.
yes.
Okay.
No,
All
but go
right.
ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
real fast though. This is the one category where it's probably going to be split. Rollins on the back of his baseball card beat Brock Lesnar twice this year. No one's done that.
Okay.
No one's done that ever, and he beat him twice, and he beat him for the belt. Okay, so this is no joke here. He beat him. He curb stomped his ass twice. He beat him. So as far as the measuring stick, you just said it. Who's the guy who's beating him this year? That's Seth Rollins.
So we've got Miller and the Pharaoh going with Rollins, and
Now, I'm
you've
not
got
done though.
Okay.
Because
I know
it's
who
a
he's
draw.
gonna say.
Who am I going to say?
Cody Rhodes.
No, I'm going to say Chris Jericho.
Oh.
But you can't choose two.
I am.
What is this?
You what?
Then it's Seth Rollins if I have to go
You
push
have
the shove.
to. You got to play hard.
But as far as who made the most impact on this business this year and like kind of forced something, Chris Jericho. You know.
all right, so who is it? Rollins or Jericho?
It's Rollins on the back of the card.
All
He
right.
beat
Tag team.
So
Lesnar
you got
twice.
you've got Miller and Pharaoh with Rollins, Monte and Savali. We're going with Brock. I don't think you can disagree with either one, and I'm not going to disagree. With
Right.
either one.
Tag team.
All right, tag team of the year. You want to take a shot at that, Miller?
The Vikings.
The Viking experience.
The Viking
Very
experience. I
interesting.
can't disagree with that.
That's very interesting.
Pharaoh.
You're going to flip out.
Go ahead.
Let's be controversial.
Go ahead.
Let's make Mike go, what on earth are you talking about?
Go ahead.
On inspiration alone and the fact that they pulled it off at this point, I'm going to go with the Rock and Roll Express. They won the freaking world titles. They're 63 years old. What kind of freaking year is that? They don't get anything for that. Fine. Then it's the Young Bucks.
No.
How safe can you be?
You can't go back. Are you going with Rock and Roll Express? I'm shocked.
No,
but-
I'll go with the Young Bucks.
All right, thank you.
But
Thank God.
I just wanted to get your reaction. You didn't even give me a good. You got to give me some.
All right, what
outrage
the
or
fuck are
something.
you thinking about?
Well, how about the fact that they did win the NWA World Titles?
Dude, that was one of the worst match I've ever seen. In fact, hold on. That might be on the
I'm trying to
worst
get a
match.
reaction, finally.
That might be on the worst match list
Is
that
it?
we have
Is
later
it?
on.
That's
Yes.
interesting. All right. Well,
So, Molly,
it's
want to take a
obviously-
shot at the
unfortunately, it's
tag
Young
team?
Bucks.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
All right.
Going off.
Jim says demolition.
I'm going with the Kabuki Warriors. Okay,
Nice.
I
Okay,
love the
good one. I
Kabuki
should've called
Warriors.
nice.
I love the
Yeah.
green. And you know what? I know I love women's wrestling.
Sasha and Bailey?
No.
Boing.
The Kabuki Warriors, I'll tell you why. They've
That's a
beaten
good pick.
Charlotte. They've beaten Becky. They're not getting pushed over like the WWE usually does and
Yes.
lets their
Right.
major stars
No,
step
that's
on
true.
them.
That's
They're winning
true.
as a tag team.
I got to
All right.
give it to the Young Bucks.
Most
They're still the best team
popular
in the world.
wrestler Mr. Miller.
Whoa, that's a beaut. Jesus, I gotta think about that for a minute. Go ahead, because that's a tough one.
I agree with Mike on this one. Go ahead, say it, Mike.
I'm going with Becky Lynch.
So am I.
Absolutely
So
right.
am I.
Now that you say it, right.
The man has brought her game, and she hasn't relinquished it since WrestleMania. Right?
And she's crossing over.
Even before.
She's crossing over and on the cover of, of other magazines other than wrestling and all that, and she's crossing over and making a big splash.
And mind you, I'm not a big fan of hers. I just have never been. But I got, you know what? You got to give it to her. She is the most popular wrestler in the world. And anybody who wants to argue would be wrong, right? You can't, who can you name even close to her?
No.
Right?
You really can't.
You can't go to any other organization.
Not right now. No, she's extremely popular. All right, so I got Rollins, I got the Young Bucks, and now we got Becky Lynch. We agree on that one. How about most hated?
I think this is a no-brainer. And I'm going to let Miller just take a shot
This is
at
a no-brainer.
Because this is a no-brainer.
There's no one more hated than this guy.
Randy Orton?
Randy, they were just chanting his name this week. That was a great swerve, by the way, this week.
Who is it?
With Randy.
Who you go with, Pharaoh? Give it to Miller.
Oh,
he's going to agree with you.
It's very obvious. It's the one that people just... It's Baron Corbin.
Oh, the worst.
Who on earth is more hated than Baron Corbin?
Everybody hates Corbin, whether you think he's a stinky wrestler, whether you think, whatever. But the guy is just hated. People love to hate the guy.
Dude, he's great being hated. Yes, that's the thing. People don't even realize they're tuning in to hate his guts. He's awesome as far as being hated. Next.
Match of the year.
Okay.
Pharaoh, you got to open this one up, bro.
Yeah, but now I can't remember exactly which pay-per-view it was, but I'm going to have to go with when Ciampa and Cole killed each other. I know that was an NXT.
I think there's like 5 Cole matches that you could say are match of the year.
Oh, Adam Cole's freaking great, but the Cole Ciampa match that was really...
And I'm not a Cole guy, right? I just can't get into a guy that's 140 pounds, but the guy can wrestle,
He's
though.
not 140 pounds!
Well,
so
I'm
190 probably, or something.
Who was it that fought Gargano on one of those pay-per-views, on one of the NXT ones?
That was Ciampa.
Wasn't that
Cole? It was Ciampa. No, it was Ciampa.
Was it Ciampa?
Was he bald with a long beard?
Yeah, and
That's
it was
Ciampa.
sick.
Ciampa's sick.
I didn't want to get up and get a soda or anything.
Right.
I was like, this is really entertaining. To me, that was the top.
It's funny, when you look at these NXT guys, the whole group of them, the WWE's got a bright future, man, for sure.
Yes.
All right, my match of the year is going to be Kofi Kingston against Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
And I say this very
lightly
because right behind it was probably, and again, the War Games NXT Women's match.
Ow!
They replayed that Wednesday again. That match was so off the hook.
I didn't see it.
Miller, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. And they played it Wednesday because they didn't have a live show Wednesday. Even my wife's like, holy cow. That match is off the hook, but I think just as far as great one-on-one matches, I got because there's always an advantage when you have a bunch of people in the ring, right? I'm going to give Kofi Kingston his due and Daniel Bryan their due. They had a great match.
Help me out, and I don't know if you're going to remember, but I'm going to give it a stab. The War Games men match, was that also where Ciampa took...
Yep.
You know what? That's the match of the damn year from the men's side to me.
Wow.
That match was insane.
That was
that
insane.
ending through the... Dude, you
got to watch that.
Oh
Both
my
those
God.
matches
if
are
you like
crazy.
Ciampa, oh, man, he's brutal. The guy's brutal. Why is he not on the main roster? He says he doesn't want to be. He means it, too.
I think they're trying to keep NXT strong. They got to think they're smart.
Think of it from his he's the big
He's a
fish
stud there,
in the small pond rather than being...
And it's not even that small a pond. It's a good...
No, but I'm saying...
Miller, that's why you're brilliant.
I'm really not.
You are.
I'm a dullard, sir.
Really?
No, you are.
Dominic DeNucci. By the way, they're honoring Dominic DeNucci at next year's Cauliflower Hour Club.
And they should.
Would you like to go?
Something about, I'll never get on a plane.
I just got you don't fly.
No, I will if under the right circumstances. Why would I go on a plane to go to Cauliflower Alley Club to see Dominic came here?
No. Especially since I messed up your last picture.
What?
I showed the wrong thing.
What did you show?
I showed that one of you in the bathroom the other day.
Rolling that thing for us?
When you had your thing in your hand, the thing in your hand?
That was a rolling paper!
It looked kind of small.
Oh,
It could have been a roll paper.
This guy.
Don't get Miller involved.
With his microscopic hints and suggestions. What are you talking about? Listen here.
All right, worst
senile Sam doesn't even know what he's looking at.
Worst match of the year, Pharaoh.
What? The worst match of the year is so damn obvious. Come on, don't give me Goldberg and Undertaker. Oh my God, make it stop. That was so bad. You
Yeah,
don't mind
that
if I
was the picture
dunk
I
you
showed
on your
Howard.
head, do you?
I showed this picture on the last
What did you
one.
show? Oh, dude,
But I
that was
showed it
just
last time.
that was so disappointing. I
Sorry,
was
guys.
like hoping for the best, and we got one of the worst matches you'll
All
ever
right,
see.
my
That's a
worst
great
match of the
picture,
year.
though.
My worst match of the year is anything with Joey Ryan or Orange Cassidy.
Hard to argue.
Either one of those guys.
Joey Ryan versus Superhuman.
Oh,
you know?
man.
I know. It's
Anything
bad.
with Puma King.
Puma King. Hey, wait a minute. He can wrestle.
No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
You know.
I'm kidding.
Manager,
No, you're not.
manager of the year.
We agreed on this one. But he's not a manager.
Advocate.
He's not an advocate. He's a liberator. He's Sami Zayn, and he's brought managing back on a weekly basis.
Wow.
Dude, he's managing Nakamura.
I know.
You just don't like Sami Zayn. I can't stand Sami Zayn. Oh, I love it.
You got my voice down pat.
Dude, I love when you get excited. It's hilarious. Oh my God! Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. But I like what Sami's saying. I like the fact that they've brought back a managerial role every week. Can I have a manager, please? Just the fact that one has appeared is very encouraging, and I have to give it to him because who else is doing it? Do we have any good managers? And please help me out. Are there any good managers anywhere?
No.
Not in my mind.
Well, do you want to? What's the girl?
I mean,
on
I know that
NWA
Tully-
Power.
wait,
Your
now,
girl
hold
on
on.
NWA
Isn't-
Power.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Isn't Tully doing a little managing? But he's not really doing what Lou Albano did.
No,
you know,
no,
I mean,
no.
at least Sammy's helping guys out who can't talk.
What's
He's
the
just
girl on
talking for
NWA
them.
Power?
Oh,
blonde.
jeez, yeah, the one you were crazy about. Boy, is that ship sunk. We don't even watch now, right?
Oh, I actually watched this
Did
week.
you
It was
watch?
pretty good.
Oh, that was with Storm, Tim Storm.
It was
That's
good. It was
right.
actually pretty
That
good.
wasn't too bad.
They got me back a little bit.
Camille,
Camille.
that's her.
Camille Schmazel.
Nice name.
Yeah, but can you buy? Wait a second, though.
We're gonna
Dude,
do it.
What?
That's sorry.
Did you really buy into when she speared Tim Storm, though?
I did.
How is she taking him down? Give me a break. She should have bounced right off of him. That was terrible. No.
This coming from
Stop.
the guy. Okay, then we're gonna go with
Coming from
Tessa
what?
Blanchard winning the.
I didn't say that. You know I
TNA
didn't
title.
say that. I think she's tough, but not, not.
Camille. Schmazel.
Mazel. House
Pepper
Incorporated.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
On your marks, get set. Oh, I know the song. I should shut up now.
All right.
We're gonna make
Pro-
our dreams come true.
Doing it
Do it
our way.
Yes, our way. Make our dreams come
Oh,
true.
no, the
I
show
will
just
do
turned
it.
a little bit G8.
It's going
Okay,
G-A-Y.
Lars.
Okay, Lars.
Easy,
You
Lars.
guys started singing it. What do you want? Next.
Promo of the year.
Oh, that's an obvious
Go ahead,
one.
Pharaoh. It's all yours, bro.
Cody completely destroyed Jericho. Oh, my God. Cody Rhodes with the promo of the year. Yep, and it came from AEW. Yep, that's right. That was fantastic.
Can't disagree with you.
I mean, that was killer. Was it
Most
killer?
overrated wrestler of the year. I'll open this one up. Joey Ryan and Orange Cassidy.
Wow. Overrated. I know that Vince overrates Baron Corbin, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Joey Ryan Orange Cassidy combo. I have to go with that too because they make such a big deal out of absolutely very little.
And people make, all the wrestling experts, oh my God.
Right.
What do you got, Miller? Who do you think's overrated?
Dolph Ziggler. I hate you.
Dolph Ziggler?
Please
Still-
go away.
Still on that
Go
hate train,
away.
huh?
Enough
But
of
he's
you.
here to show the world. Don't you
Enough
listen to the theme
already.
song? Right. He's not into it.
Most underrated wrestler of the year. Miller?
Oh, I got to think on that one for a second. Go ahead, Pharaoh. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking.
That is a tough one. I haven't given this enough thought.
All right, I've got one.
Go ahead.
Question mark.
Oh, stop.
Question mark is underrated. That is a future star. Or, if not question mark, Kip Stevens. What? Why are you laughing?
I like The Fiend. I think The Fiend is...
But he's underrated?
I think he's underrated because people give him give that character a lot of
what?
crap, and I think it's a great character.
You helped me out just now,
Very
just by your conversation. You know who's the most underrated of the year?
Who's
the
that?
guy who's having a fantastic Intercontinental title run. Shinsuke Nakamura this year deserves to be considered the most underrated of the year. He's held the damn belt for months.
Well done.
Months.
Well done.
And he's done a great job anytime he's in the ring. So,
Yes.
yeah, I'm going to go with Nakamura. He's most underrated. He's great.
Yes.
Rookie of the year.
Go ahead. You got this one.
No, I don't have this one. Although I do want to say that for now, to me, it seems to be Humberto Carrillo. He's off to a great start in his WWE career. I think he's going to make a splendid villain as he gets a little bit older one day when they turn him. He has limited mic skills, though, so we have to see where that goes. But the sky's the limit for him. He's had a pretty good run so far.
I'm going to go with question mark.
Again with question mark. Why? What has he done?
He's question mark, man. The guy rules.
What's he beeline for? You can tell Carrillo's going to win some belts. What is this guy going to do?
I think he's going to be the new.
What's he going to turn into?
He's gonna be
Colin?
He's going to be the NWA television champion.
Okay, that's very exciting.
Karate.
That's really your most underrated guy. This is bad.
Miller?
I'm going with question mark.
Oh my God.
All right, we're going to close this out with God damn, what did you do to yourself award?
That's not the name of it. It's called the My God, What Have You Done award.
I'm sorry.
You just had to get that cheesy line in. Who came up with that
All
one?
right, the My God, What Have You Done award.
This clearly, the My God, What Have You Done award has to absolutely go to Bailey and her new mug.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What have you done to yourself?
Bailey?
What is with this makeover? We gave you a flower pot haircut. This is Princess Gaia. This is really bad.
Princess.
This is awful. She looks like Witchy Poo from Puffin' Stuff. It's terrible. What have you done? My God, what have you done? Don't you agree? That has to get the award.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, who was a close second, though? We discussed this with Charlotte's recent makeover.
Charlotte's recent makeover.
What is she doing?
By the way,
to herself?
congratulations,
Stop
Charlotte,
getting those...
to getting engaged.
Yeah, by the way, we're on
she got engaged to Andrade.
My moment is, and my person who gets the "what the hell have you done" moment is the idiot who attacked Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame thing. Like, yeah, that's smart. Like, you're not going to get your ass kicked, you stupid bastard.
It didn't help.
And not only that, you don't even get any playtime either. No one even knows who you are, right?
Yeah, you got no.
Well, no, I think they had some ex-MMA fighters.
How many shirts did they get out of that sold? Right, there you go.
I beat up Bret Hart shirt.
Right.
There was up a guy who's had a stroke shirt. Yeah, that's awesome.
Real quick question: How does Charlotte and Andrade communicate? Does that guy speak English?
You want to hear something really interesting? They
speak the language of love.
This is interesting. I wasn't sure if I was going to mention this to you in the notes, but that's funny you say it. I read that when they first started communicating, they communicated through, and you guys know this shit, I don't, Google Translate. What is that?
Oh, it translates your language?
What is
that?
That's how they
speak in friggin' Chinese.
That's what I read. I heard that's how they started. They started communicating that way. Well, he apparently can't speak English, so this is how it started. Google Translate.
Build that wall.
Google Translate.
Build that.
Mr. Roboto.
Lock her up.
Lock her up.
No, I don't know.
So you know what I meant? I'm sorry.
Wow, that isn't in the script this week.
That's not in the script this week?
I was a miss trigger on my finger.
Hold on, I was going to ask a question now.
Yeah.
So they obviously they only speak the language of love, but did they use Google Translate like when he's on top of her or something?
Stop it! This is the moment. Here I go. Wait.
Es grande booby. Salate. Salate es grande booby.
Me gonna come. What?
Ejaculato.
Ejaculato? Godzilla versus Ejaculato.
Me ejaculato. Ejaculato.
Julio.
Como me llamo, Charlotte? Me ejaculato.
How you say look like your father?
And
now he's Italian.
How do you say?
It's like a kiss in the Ric Flair. Woo.
It's like a kiss in the Ric Flair.
Woo.
Do you think when Charlotte comes, she's like, woo?
Stop it. Oh my God.
Pharaoh's envisioning it right now. He's thinking about like, wait a minute.
No, I'm actually stunned.
Wait a minute. What did she say? Woo.
Me ejaculato on your tramp stamp.
Domo Rorigato, Mr. Ejaculato.
All right, anyway, on that note, you've been watching Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Catch us next Thursday. I want to thank Stephen Miller for stepping in.
Thank you.
I want to thank Jim Savali. And catch us this Tuesday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. on Channel 115. This Thursday, 8:30 to 9 p.m.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Thursday, 8:05 to 9 p.m. right here live from Rockstar Studios. You catch us on YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else you can see us. Saturday morning, you catch us at 6 a.m. to 6:30 on Channel 115. Holy cow. Whoop! Woo! And then on Saturday, on January 11th, we got the ECW reunion. This thing has gone off the rails. Oh my God! Google Translate. All right, this is Mike Monte.
This is the Pharaoh. Later.